Good morning. So this morning's class is called In Full Bloom, and the reason, or sort of the theory behind this, is that we're going to focus on growth, openness, sort of unfurling and expanding, and just opening everything in our bodies. Everything seems to be so beautiful outside at the moment, so that was my inspo for this morning. So think about working from, we're going to be moving from sort of smaller expressions to bigger expressions as we move along. So let's start by coming down onto our back. Let's think about the back of the neck being long, shoulder blades open, sacrum resting heavily onto the mat. And just start to breathe into your low belly space this morning. Again, maybe starting that breath small into the belly. And then slowly as you breathe, allowing that belly to expand a little bit bigger, and really moving outwards into those ribs, those lower ribs, outwards, upwards, backwards towards the mat. 360 expansion of the breath. As you lie here with your breath, just allow yourself to let go of any tension that you might be holding on to in the body this morning. Any tension, any tightness. And allow that just to let go on your next exhale. Visualize your breath as it moves around your body, like water through a pipe, just clearing any blockages. Take a moment to again apply that to your mind, so notice whether you're holding on to any thoughts, feelings, emotions, to-do lists, whatever isn't going to be helpful for the time that you're on the mat. Just let it go on your next exhale. Visualize popping those emotions, thoughts and feelings on a cloud and just letting that cloud float past your eyes. Giving yourself this space to be connected, to be present, and to really tune in and grow from a space of clearness. Last breath here. And then when you're ready, if you've got a block, grab a block between your thighs. We're going to come up into our low bridge. Think about tucking the tailbone towards the back of the knees, hands to the two front hip points, middle finger to pubic bone, thumb to belly button, energetically pulling everything in. And we're going to start little pulses, so really tiny little pulses. Barely moving up and down, but you are pulsing, so driving into that big foot. Keep breathing. You can take the right hand to the sky, pull back on the right fingers with the left hand. As you pulse, you're going to slowly get that pulse a little bit bigger. Slowly increasing the size. That's what I love about this time of year. Everything's closed and then all of a sudden it starts to open and come into full bloom. So think about that. Again, the opening and closing. Starting small and then the slowly getting bigger. And you can now take the pulsing into a full expression, so really big pulses in your glutes, lifting and lowering towards the mat, keeping them engaged as you lift up. Nice, really getting some heat. Swap hands, pull the left fingers back, spreading through the palm, spreading through the forearm, getting that pulsing big. Hopefully there's some heat building. Breathing in and out through the nose, keeping the breath soft. Let's circle those wrists, go both ways. Maybe a little bit creaky, a little bit cracky. And then let's do our jazz hands. So big stars, tight fists, and let's pulse. Really spread the fingers as you pulse, warming up those forearms. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. Pause at the top, roll upper back, middle back, lower back, down to the mat. Remove your block. We're going to come onto our abdominals. Hands interlace behind the head, elbows frame the face. Inhale here, exhale, lift. Low belly pulls down and back. Again, we're going to think of progressions, unfurling, just like everything outside, and we're going to go from a lower level and increase it on each iteration. Inhale, come down. Exhale, we twist. Working towards that fuller expression. Twist to the left. Hug into that midline. Use the abdominals. Pull into the sacrum. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Exhale, we lift. Left knee over left hip. Keep that left foot hovered. Knees not pulling into the body. It's just staying over the hip. Lift up into the elbows. Inhale, come down. Again, working towards a fuller expression. Exhale, lift. Twist to the left. Hug into the midline. Breathe. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Exhale, we lift again. Twist to the left. Keep everything tight to the midline. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Right leg lifts. You're hovering, make sure you don't tip back in the pelvis. You've still got that little gap in the base of the spine, but at the same time, watch your pelvis isn't pulling forwards. Inhale here, exhale, lift. We're increasing the demand. Lift up into the elbows, hug into the midline. Inhale, come down. Exhale, we lift. Twist to the left, hug into that low belly. Good. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Exhale, we lift. Twist to the left, slice the right arm to the outer edge of the left thigh. Left hand comes to meet it, right hand takes left wrist and pull. Pull into that midline, legs are hovered. Slurp that low belly down and back. Good. Hands behind the head, back to center. Inhale, come down. Let's pop the feet down again. Exhale, lift. Lift up into the elbows, pull into the sacrum. Find that space. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Twist to the right. Keep that right shoulder blade and stay off that right shoulder. Elbows are tucked around the face. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Right knee hovers over the right leg. Right hip, sorry. So knee over hip, don't bring it too close to the body. Keep lifting up into those elbows. Inhale, come down. Foot stays lifted. Exhale, we lift. Twist to the right. Hug the elbows around the face. Keep pulling into the side oblique. Working the whole of the deep abdominals. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Exhale, we lift. Twist to the right. Hug into the midline. Good. Feel those deep abdominals working. We don't want any creeping up into our top abdominals. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Left foot hovers, inhale here, exhale, lift. Lift into the midline. Really lift up into those elbows. Feel that space in the back body as you condense the front body. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Twist to the right. Hug into the midline. Good. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Last one. Exhale, we lift. Twist to the right. Slice the left arm. Right hand comes to meet it. So left hand's over to the right side of the right thigh, and then left hand takes right wrist and pull. Pull into those deep abdominals. Feel that connection. Whew. Hand behind the head. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Just bring your knees into your chest a moment. Have a little rock on that sacrum both ways. Nice. And then we're going to rock and roll. Coming on over to all fours. Nice work, guys. Good. It's a gorgeous spring morning here. I hope it is wherever you are, because the sun is absolutely had a lot of rain. Now we've got lots of sunshine, which is gorgeous. We're going to start in cat and cow, but before we move to cat and cow, think about the position of your quadruped. So shoulders on the back body, neck drawing back in space, lower abdominals slurping up, knees under hips. And then we're going to just start the cat and cow just by moving our pelvis. So again, the smallest expression, just mobilizing the pelvis forwards and then slightly tucking it back. So if you're tight in your lower back, this should feel yummy, but the upper body isn't moving. We're just mobilizing in the pelvis. And then as you start to do this, you're going to start to move slightly bigger through the body. So again, keeping the cat-cow very small to start with. You're not doing a full expression, but you're working with every iteration to get a little bit more space, a little bit more movement into the body. So just take it at your own pace. Start to move slightly bigger every time. So you start to push up into a little bit bigger cat and soften down into a slightly deeper cow. Good. Gently easing our body through the movements this morning. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Good. Do a couple more, and again take it to the fullest expression. So push the hands into the floor, really feel those shoulder blades coming apart, creating space, releasing the neck, and then pulling the chest through in cow, shoulders hugging towards the hips. That whole of your abdominal core, or your core full stop, is on fire. And then reverse again, release, nod the neck, and then pull the chest through. Good. Nice, keep breathing. Good. From here we're going to come and sit on our toes. Interlace our hands and push them to the sky. And as we do this, we don't want to elevate up in just our shoulders. We want to grow out of the pelvis. Okay, so find space, find growth, expand. Good. Breathe into the whole of the rib cage and really push those hands to the sky. You should feel your body increase in space. If this feels too much, to be sitting on your heels, you can just come up onto your knees. Good. And then you're going to side bend to the left. Keep pushing the underside of those palms to the ceiling. Breathe into that right side body again. Create expansion. Breathe. Creating space and openness in the body. Again, something for the theme. Hands over to the right. We want to open everything up so that we are free to move, to be mobile, to grow. Breathe into the left side body. You might feel really sticky from a night's sleep. So send that breath outwards. Good. Come back. We're going to come down into dolphin. Interlace the hands. Release the neck. Tuck the toes. Lift the bum to the sky. Super nice. Find length in the back. Really lift up and out of the shoulders. From here, we're going to do our hip circles. So left heel to bum. But again, I want you to start with a small circle. So small circle, just moving in that hip joint, and then you're slowly going to take that hip circle bigger, so you're moving into a fuller range, really juicing up every point that you've gone from small to big, and then you're going to go big back to small in reverse. Keep lifting up and out of the mat, loading the shoulders this morning, going back down to a small little circle. Again, it reminds me, these small to big, back down to small swap sides. So right foot lifts, right heel to bum. Again, small circle on the right. They remind me of the tulips as they open and close. Such incredible bits of, I don't even know what you call them. I mean, they're just such incredible things. And make that hip circle bigger, and then go from big in reverse the other way, back down to small. And again, that opening and closing, the unfurling, and then the tightening down. Good. Foot down, take a child's pose. Breathe into that back body, breathe into that shoulder space, create expansion, full expansion of the breath into the low back. Good. Last breath, in and out through the nose. Those lateral ribs expanding, and then come and stand at the top of the mat, soft knees. We're going to move onto our sun sal one, so arms forwards and up. Lengthen the spine, elevate. Again, grow. You're growing down to the mat and up to the sky. Hinge from the hips, bum goes back, plant the hands. Left foot steps back, lower the left knee. Untuck the back foot. You're going to take your right hand to the top of your left bum cheek. Engage that left bum cheek so you can feel it under your hand, and then left fist pumps to the sky. So make a fist with the left hand and reach it. So you're pushing on your bum as you reach up to the sky. Again, finding that expansion, finding that growth in the body. Really drive down through the left shin. This should feel nice. Hands to the mat, step back plank. Zip up through the front line of the body. You're either in full plank or half plank, either is good. Just make sure you do the position and get the form correct. Shoulders on the back body, slowly lower down towards the mat. Control the descent, working into the triceps, good. Wide arm baby cobra, pull the chest through. Squeeze the elbows up towards the center. Good, you can nod the chin to the chest and lift it. Do that a few times if that feels good. Squeeze the bum, hug the belly. Good, release, tuck the toes, lift up and back, down dog. Walk the feet in, have a little pedal, a little play, left to right in the pelvis. Good, and then left leg comes long, step it towards the top of the mat, keep the hands down, lower the back knee, untuck the back foot. 90-90, left hand comes to the top of the right bum cheek, right fist pumps to the sky, so really grow through that side body and push down into that glute as you push into the shin, squeeze that butt cheek. And you really want to feel that glute activating under your hand. Good, it might be snoozier than the other side, but just notice and really reach through that top of the fist. Breathe, find that expansion, that length in the body. Good, hands to the top of the mat. Back foot steps in, come up to stand. Nice. Soft knees, lengthen the spine, arms forwards and up. Elevate, really reach through the fingertips. Again, we're growing, we're unfurling. Hinge from the hips, bum goes back. Left foot steps back, lower the left knee. Bring the body up. You're in 90-90, toe tucked. So left glute is on, left toe is tucked, and let's roll our shoulders. Really juicy big shoulder rolls. We want to be opening everything up in our body. Breathe. Good. Let's do a few more. Really get into that rib cage this morning. Breath in and out through the nose. Good. And then from here, interlace the hands behind the head. So they're pushing on the back of the head, elbows are wide. You're going to lift a little bit up and out of the pelvis, slight back bend, opening your heart, opening your chest to the sky, and then round forwards. So close down, chin to chest, elbows to knee, squeeze that left glute, lift up and out, opening through the spine, good. And then round down, hold the abdominals, squeeze the glutes, lift up and out again, open, round down, use the breath, so in and out of the body with the breath, lifting up and out, rounding down. Two more, open up, elbows wide, lift, support your head as you lift up and out of your pelvis. We're not dumping in the lower back, we're not moving from the lower back. Squeeze that bum, lift out of the pelvis, good. Round down, last time. Coming on back up, left hand to the mat, lift the left knee, we're in crescent lunge, we're going to rotate. If you need a block under the left hand, pop a block under the left hand. Left shoulder sits on the back body, squeeze that left glute, open the right arm to the sky, tap it back down, lift it up. So you're opening in this mid back, hinging in this right hip. If you're tight in your hamstring, you might feel this. Keep breathing, we've got two more. Really pull, release. Find it in that mid back, keep squeezing that left glute, good. From here, we come to a side lunge. Sitting back into those glutes, lengthen the spine, really hinge in the hips. Don't let the knees come forwards. Keep sending the bum backwards, okay? Pull the belly in, keep the neck in line, super nice. Move with control, feel we're opening through the hips. Again, super important place to make sure energy is flowing efficiently from the ground all the way around our body. Rotate back to the top of the mat. Left knee lowers. Left hand down, right leg to the back of the mat, modified side plank. Options here to keep the foot down, right arm over, or you can hover the foot. But if you want a bigger stretch, I'd keep the foot down. Breathe, pull this left shoulder away from the ear. Release the neck, find space in the body. Grow, expand, unfurl, good. Release any of those sticky bits, good. And then from here, right hand behind you, we're going to rotate to a reverse table. So feet facing the back of the mat, and then you're going to lift and lower. Again, broaden through the chest, open through the heart. Let yourself unfurl. We're moving towards our full bloom. Keep squeezing the glutes as you lift and lower, open through the chest. Think about yourself as these incredible flowers, the blossom, the tulips, the daffodils, everything that comes out and unfurls. Good. Nice. From here, rotate back to the top of the mat. Left leg is gonna lift into three-legged dog. So reach through that left toe. And then you're gonna open the hip. You can bend the left knee and let the foot kind of drop down to the right a bit. But you're closing the hip, so the hips are parallel to the floor, and then you open the hip wider and then close. So you're rotating in the hip joint. Good. 3, good. Keep the weight in both hands and feet. 2, last 1, 1, and then step to the top of the mat. Right foot steps in, come up to stand. Nice work, guys. Soft knees, lengthen the spine. We'll do the other side. Arms forwards and up. Elevate, really find that space. Grow, good. Hinge from the hips, bum goes back. Plant the hands, right foot steps back. Lower the right knee, bring the body up. Squeeze this right bum cheek. Really tuck these back toes and push through them. So without doing anything, you should feel this in the hip flexor and really get into this right side of the body. Roll the shoulders, really drive down through that right foot. Good, keep breathing. Again, in and out through the nose. Use the breath to help the expansion and the unfurling of the body. Good. Nice. Hands behind the head, head draws back into the hands, length through the back of the neck. Elbows are wide, squeeze the bum, lift up and out of the pelvis. You're lifting into a small bit of extension in the upper back. Round chin to chest. Elbow to knee. Good. Squeeze the bum, lift up and out. Open. Breathe. Exhale. Use your breath to unwrap your body this morning, to allow it to unfurl, to grow, to find space. We want to be opening into all of our joints. Good. Lift up and out, grow. Round, open. 2 more, close. Elbow to knee. Hug into the abdominals, squeeze the glute, lift up and out. Breathe. Enjoy this, find the space. Good. Open up, and then from here, right hand to the mat. Again, if you need a block, pop a block under the right hand, lift the right knee, you're in crescent lunge, squeeze that right bum cheek. If it's a bit lazy, give it a prod. Pull the right shoulder away from the air, and then lift the left arm to the sky, tap down, lift up. You want to feel this through the mid-back. We're not dropping in our pelvis, so really keep those glutes engaged, okay? We're not twisting in the lower body, we're just moving into this upper back. Keep breathing. Nice. Last one. Good job. Release, and then side lunge to the right. Sit back, breathe, find the space in these hips. Hinging in the hips, make sure you've got that space and the thigh bone is driving backwards. Lengthen the spine, keep breathing. Use the breath. Good, rotate back to the top of the mat, lower the right knee, right hand down. Left leg comes to the back of the mat, modified side plank, left arm over. Breathe. Again, nice stretch here. I always find driving into the foot and reaching through the fingers gives a much better stretch than hovering, but you're allowed to hover the leg if you want. Do whatever feels good for you this morning. Keep pulling this right shoulder down the back. Again, find the space in the body. Allow yourself to grow. Squeeze those glutes. Breathe, and then from here, reverse table. So left hand down, turn so your fingers are facing the heels. Lift and lower your bum, squeeze your glutes. Open through the chest. Again, open, find space. Open yourself up. We often spend a lot of our lives closed away, so really important to open our heart, open up chest space. Good. Keep squeezing the glutes, lifting and lowering. Last one, and then rotate back to the top of the mat. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Reach through those right toes, push into the hands evenly, bend that right knee, open the hip to the right, close the hip off, open it, finding that space, good. Breathe, 3 more, good. 2 more, really drive into both hands, let that hip open, good. And then right foot to the top of the mat, left foot to the top of the mat, come up to stand. Nice work, guys. We're gonna do a standing cat-cow now. So soft knees, arms open back, get some extension into this upper back, and then round forwards, interlace the hands, chin to chest, grow out of your pelvis, open, gaze can go up, round, open, unfurl, find this space in the body, chin to chest, good, reach those hands away, good, nice, 2 more, use the breath, inhale as we open, exhale round, good, last one, keep the glutes engaged, find that space, and then reach those hands to the sky, so interlace them, turn the palms so they face the ceiling, find that space, and then hinge backwards, coming to your hinge, arms are reaching away from you, really find length in the side bodies, and then bring those hands and arms in front of your knees, so you're in happy squat, and then left elbow pulls, release, right elbow pulls. So again, you're opening through this mid-back, creating space in the body, unfurling, pull the right elbow, good, breathe. Working our way towards our being in full bloom, hopefully by the end of the session, good. Breathe, nice, last one. And then come up to stand. We're going to take the left leg out to the side, sit back, squat. So we're going down to up, down, up. Move left to right, left foot out, step it back, right foot out. Hinge back in those hips, sit back into those glutes, load them, use the power, okay? So you're harnessing power from the floor. We've integrated our, connected our whole core container, so everything is starting to feel a lot more integrated, and we're using the ground reaction force to create this space in our body, good. Last one, nice work, and then left foot steps back, rotate to the long edge of the back, and sit back into those hips, side lunge, breathe. If you want to add in a rotation, you can get some movement into the mid-back, and then you're going to come to pause and tick-tock those hips. So again, opening into the pelvis, hands are on the mat, and I'm just dropping one side of my pelvis down and then the other. Keep breathing. Good. Nice, and then from here we rotate through the back of the mat towards the other long edge of the mat. You're coming to a seated twist. So both seat bones are on the floor. If you need a block, pop a block under your bum to make sure both seat bones are down. I'll show you front on. Again, opening into the hips. If this feels uncomfortable, kick the lower leg out, and you can rotate over the left thigh. But if you're with me, seat bones are on the floor, might feel super tight in the hips, right arm up and over, breathe, right hand down, left arm up and over, breathe, left hand down, right arm up and over, good, and then last one, left arm up and over, good, and then from here, whoop, we unwind all the way back to the top of the mat, and then back foot comes to the top, left foot comes to the top, come up to stand, we'll do the other side, nice work. Soft knees, open, so we're doing our cat-cow again. So squeeze the glutes, lengthen the spine, open, and then round, chin to chest. Really feel that openness through the spine. Lift up and out, squeeze, round, chin to chest. Reach those arms away. Good, open up, breathe, round. Nice work, guys. 2 more. Use the breath to help expand your body, to unfurl your body, to unstick it. Breathe. Whew. I think we've got one more. This could be one more than we're supposed to do, but who knows? Interlace the hands, rotate the palms to the sky and breathe. So find some space in the body. Really lift up, grow down through the feet as you elevate. So you're finding space in the midsection. You're not just arching in the back. Okay, so, and lifting the shoulders. Hinge backwards, arms stay reaching away from you, hinge in those hips. Good, breathe, and then release. Arms in front of the elbows, so you've got a sort of leverage in front of the knees, so you've got a leverage point, and then pull the right elbow, release, pull the left elbow. So you're doing a thoracic twist. I'll show you front on. Pull, use, I always love to use my hand to hold my legs. Good, breathe. Driving through the floor. Good. Nice. And then from here, do those, and then we come back up to stand and we take our side squat. So right foot out, hinge back. Step back in, left foot out, hinge back. Step in, right foot, hinge. Again, driving down to push up. So harnessing that energy that we have, or we are creating and allowing to flow through our bodies, from integrating our whole core container. Hopefully you're feeling quite easeful. Nice. One more each side. Good. Sit back. And then right foot steps to the back of the mat. Side lunge, hinge backwards. Lengthen the spine. Getting into those hips. And again, you can move your hands left to right if that feels good for you, to add this extra little bit of rotation into the mid-back this morning. Good. Nice, come to stillness, and then again you're going to tick-tock those hips, so showing you front on, you're dropping one side of the pelvis and the other, just moving, working up into that inner groin. Good, keep breathing. Should feel super yummy. Driving into the inner foot, you're just tick-tocking of the pelvis. I'll show you behind actually as well. Good. Breathe. Couple more. And then from here we rotate to the right through the back of the mat to the opposite. Long edge seated twist. Again, remember both seat bones are on the floor. If you need to, kick that lower leg out and just rotate to the right over that right thigh. But if you're with me, bum on the floor, left arm up and over, breathe. Left hand down, right arm over, breathe. Left arm up, breathe. Right arm up, breathe. Really find space in the body, and then rotate back through the back of the mat, all the way back to the top. Right foot steps in, come up to stand. Nice. Now we're gonna go onto our final sequence.